Well, it's the beginning of August 4th, I believe. And I just wanted to get a video out on the garden, see what's going on, make a diary of it. As you can see, it's coming along fine. The night-scented Nicotiana, I believe that is. It's adding a really nice flair to the garden, I have to admit. The butternut squash is actually, that's an acorn squash, excuse me. It's doing well. And as you can see, we're getting some nice fruit off of that. The Jamaican pumpkin or squash, it's also doing quite well. As you can see, we're getting some nice fruit off of that. Some more annual flowers. I'll try to get over here to see the watermelons. They're doing really good. That's one of the actual smaller ones. Here we have probably a softball size, and up in the garden, or up in the straw bale rather, there's one just a little bigger than that. Oops, don't want to disturb the pollinators. The cantaloupe are going okay. I was hoping for some bigger fruit by this time, but as you can see, there's some smaller fruit there. The bell peppers are turning out to be banana peppers, and they're kind of spicy, which I don't mind, but whatever. There's another bell pepper up there, and that's actually turning into a bell pepper. So it's kind of nice. So while I'm there, the straw bales, I probably went a little too much in what I planted there, which is kind of a rookie mistake, but what the heck, dealing with it. That's a hot pepper, and it's just starting to show peppers. The sweet potato is doing quite well, and that's in a straw bale. There's where the Jamaican squash are rooted in a cluster there. The brandywine, that's on top of a straw bale, and it's about 4 feet now. The tomatoes in the straw bale, I would say, are doing okay. I was hoping for better results. I mean, they're not bad, but the fruit are kind of small, getting a fair bit of blossom end rot, and I don't know whether that's because of the water swings or the nutrient uptake is not where it should be in terms of the plant's health. There's the Grandma throwing tomato. It's doing okay. And over in the corner there is a cherry tomato, and we had a couple last night. Actually, we tried a Rosella purple, these dwarf ones, these small ones, a couple days ago that had a bit of blossom end rot on it, so it ripened quickly, and it was life-changing. It was very, very good. So that's encouraging. Can deal with some small size if the quality is there. So a lot of changes over here. There was a row of leeks which got infected with leek moth, and I just harvested it all, made some nice potato soup. The onions, I thinned them out because they were also getting a lot of leek moth damage. They're still bulbing, and you know, they're surviving, so I'm gonna leave them in for a bit. I did take out some, put in some, those are the flying saucer zucchinis, I forget the name, patty pan zucchinis. Another bell pepper, which, is it a bell? Yeah, I think that might actually be turning into bell peppers. The celery is starting to look like celery in terms of the stalks forming a nice heart. I'm hopeful that happens. I prefer the celery hearts rather than just the outside stalks. this is now planted out, and I've planted out everything for the season. I have nothing else started, and that's the first time this year I've either had lettuce or something else inside in trays. So this is broccoli, cauliflower, and a couple Brussels sprouts in there, various sizes. Some are started earlier than others. The netting seems to be working pretty good and keeping all the rabbits and the cabbage moss out. Now over to the covered raised bed. Put in some more, I think that's all cauliflower and a couple broccoli. And here are the Brussels sprouts, and they seem to be doing what Brussels sprouts should be doing, forming nice Brussels sprouts. So I'm surprised it's taking so long. I'm also surprised it hasn't bolted. So learning experience. Next year I think I start them later. Don't plant them so early. Plant them, sort of start them inside around June, and then plant them out later in the summer. I planted some in July, so I kind of was, I was either too late or too early, I believe. Time will tell. And then I've got some good old romaine coming along. And that's it for early July. It's going well. See you in a few weeks.